You're listening to the Dibbly Dobbly podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and on Instagram.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hi everyone, my name is Sornnarin Tippoch. So I'm the ex-captain for Women Thailand Cricket, and now I'm doing the head coach under 19 girl and development officer. สวัสดีค่ะทุกคนวันนี้มาพบกับดิฉันนางสาวสรณรินทิโพนะคะก็คือเป็นกัปตันไทยแลนด์มาก่อนนะคะแล้วตอนนี้ก็เป็นโค้ชของ Under 19นะคะเป็นแล้วก็เป็นนักพัฒนานะคะ Development Officer ด้วยนะคะเรามาพบกับ Dibbly Dobbly Podcast นะคะก็ยินดีที่ได้มาพบกันค่ะ
Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Dibbly Dobbly podcast. And on the podcast we have started a new series on the podcast looking at associate nations within cricket and how they are developing the game in their country. Many of us cricket fans know so much about the established cricketing countries and not enough on the associate nations who play cricket. So it would be nice to learn more about those associate countries, and via the podcast, people can learn more as well. For today's Associate Cricket Series episode, we are discussing all things Thailand cricket. Joining me to discuss and talk all things Thailand cricket is the former Thailand women's cricket team captain, under 19 women's head coach and development officer for the Cricket Association of Thailand, Sornnarin Tippoch. Sornnarin, welcome. Yindi Torab.
สวัสดีค่ะ
It's good to have you here, Sornnarin, and thank you for agreeing to come on and have a chat about Thailand cricket in general, but the women's team and the amazing rise that they've had over the last few years. They've been the talk of the cricket world. And for me, a very special episode given my Thai background with my mother. So it's a very special episode to be doing on the podcast to speak about Thailand, which is a wonderful country. I've been there so many times on family holidays with my mother and sister and father, seeing where my mother grew up and experiencing the Thai culture, which is pretty cool to experience firsthand. And no doubt you would agree with that as well. Thailand's a wonderful country and everyone should go there. But Sornnarin, once again, Kopun Kap for coming on, and for all our Thai listeners and viewers of the podcast, Yindi Torab, very warm welcome, and court taught in advance if my Thai is a bit off. So I do apologize for all our Thai listeners and friends out there, but we're going to have some great fun on that nonetheless, Sornnarin. But Sornnarin, as I do with all my guests that I've interviewed on the podcast, I'd like to take them back to when they first got into cricket. And it's been very fascinating listening to people's memories on how they started to get into cricket. So Sornnarin, let's go back to the very beginning of your cricket journey. What were your earliest memories of watching, playing, and even going to the cricket?
So first of all, thank you for having me to be here นะคะ So my first memory of playing cricket start when I first start in playing cricket in 2007. I practiced like I know about the cricket for 2 or 3 months before we going to play in the tournament. So we just know how to bat, how to bowl, how to get out. It's small thing, but we don't know about the game actually. So we went to Malaysia, like we lost all the game. We just so bad on that time, and I just so sad with the with the performance, with the knowledge. But we come back to Thailand, and the association asked us, "You will continue playing?" I said, "I will go. I will go with the cricket. I just want to know how the cricket, how the sport doing actually." So we go we went to Malaysia again in 2009. On that time, I very like a more strong and confident. So we went the tournament and we won like a second place. We get the runner up, and I'm very proud of myself. And even I more exciting to get more cricket. And until now, until then to now, I continue playing cricket. Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think everyone could relate to that, Sornnarin. Even I can, growing up.
Yeah.
You know, when you first discover cricket, you don't want to stop. You want to keep playing and playing and playing and
Like
keep going and do better, which is fantastic. So you were one of the earliest women cricketers in Thailand. You were there from the start and until the last few years, because obviously now you've retired from cricket and you're into the coaching and the other side of things of cricket. But you were captain of the team for many years, and you saw these young girls develop and grow into cricketers who know what they're doing and very talented and skilled, and see the confidence that they have when they play the game. You were a part of the Women's T20 World Cup 5 years ago in Australia, 2020. I remember you very fondly watching you on TV and the team and waving my Thai flag around it. Go Thailand, let's win. Unfortunately, Thailand didn't win a game, but it wasn't about that. It was about being a part of your first Women's T20 World Cup tournament. You spoke very well in press conferences and the media, and you were excited. The team were excited. And, you know, you had that experience with New Zealand. After the warm-up match, you gave you good advice and tips, the likes of Sophie Devine, Susie Bates, you know, legends of New Zealand women's cricket. So just talk us through, you know, playing cricket in the women's team, but also, you know, building towards that moment 5 years ago, which took a lot of work and dedication to achieve, to be at the Women's T20 World Cup in Australia, which was a fantastic experience for all. But just tell us about that journey, just to even, you know, get there, and your own journey in that as a cricketer.
So start because of my university. They like look at the sport girl, like the cricket want to building the team, and I play softball before, so I went out from the softball and try to play cricket, and after that I falling in love with cricket, and I never come back and play another sport. Never. So I was in already like it.
Yeah, definitely. You were very dedicated to cricket, and you had to try and navigate that through your other interests and study, of course. But even the T20 World Cup, leading the women's team there, obviously very proud, of course, representing Thailand, as anyone would for their country in any sport, let alone cricket. What was that experience like for the girls and yourself coming to Australia? Not many have probably come to Australia before. It's such a wonderful country, as I would know, because I'm from Australia. And obviously my mother migrated from Thailand to live here for 30 odd years, and she loves it as well. So talk us through about that experience for the girls and traveling around Australia, going around the cities and playing cricket and, you know, having some tough results on the field, but, you know, good experience nonetheless. So just tell us about that experience.
Very good experience for me, especially for me. It's like the first time for us about go to the World Cup, and we saw everything like it's new for us. Ground also flat, pitch, everything good, like a dream come true, you know. We travel around Australia. We go Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, everywhere. It make me heart bumping is every new, and we want to get better and better every game. We know we're not good enough, but we try our best, and we keep going, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, you had a pretty tough group in that T20 World Cup. You had South Africa, you had England, you had the West Indies, you had Pakistan, which for the women's team for Thailand, once they got women's T20 status, was the first game they played on debut, basically, against Pakistan back in 2018. So it was a tough group. But some players performed well and showed potential and throughout those games and, tried their best and did well, which was a great experience for everyone, as you mentioned. Obviously, there's a lot of Thai people in Australia. There's quite a big population in Sydney. So it must have been nice to see some Thai people in the crowd cheering the team on during that World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, really. They came and support us. Like in Thailand, it's not much popular, in cricket, not popular. But when we went to Australia, everyone saw the cricket and support us. Even not the Thai people also, they cheer us, and I very excited, love to see that.
Yeah, definitely. It's always great to see fellow Thais there cheering you on, and the Thai people are always very friendly, very supportive of their fellow Thais, as it is the case in Thailand. So in terms of your playing experience, you're an all-rounder. You do a bit of both batting and bowling and doing that. So just describe to many of our listeners and viewers who haven't seen you play before or don't know what sort of player you are. Just describe to us what sort of player you used to be, because now you're retired for the national team. But what was your role and how did you go about that when playing for the national team?
So off spin, right arm off spin bowler and left arm batter. So I will do both. Normally when I'm start, I'm just batting and wicket keeping. Do the wicket keeper. Yeah, a little bit. But after that, like I need to know how to bowl and help the team, because in the team everybody can bowl, but we separate, off spin, improve the off spin, improve the leg spin. So we need to do other things. So I try to bowl and I go with off spin. It will be easy for me on that time. So I'm bowling not too fast and no spin at all. But I know my type is go to the a stump. I make sure I bowl every ball I bowl to the stump and do that. Yeah. So I think I get the wicket with my ball, actually. Yeah, almost
the one that turns. Often gets that's very important. That's what you do as a spinner. You keep it tight, bowl stump to stump.
Yeah,
keep it tight. No step hits for the batters, and then you can goes on with the arm. But if you can get one to turn and grip a little bit away, either from right or left-handers, then you're doing a good job. So I think everyone could relate to that when they're a spinner.
I definitely love to go left hand. I try to turn the ball, keep the ball in and turn a little bit, and I think it's like a free my body to bowl to the left hand. It's easy one for me. Yeah,
definitely trying to get through your action and try and pivot and so that can definitely be the case. You feel more comfortable to a certain type of batter, right or left, then that helps you with your action as well. So it's pretty good. Have you looked at other off spinners in the game? Have you modeled yourself of other off spinners, like in the game that you've seen, either in the women's game or the men's game, if you've occasionally watched men's cricket?
I saw Nathan live.
Yes.
Very good team, very good speed, action, everything. I try to do that, but we just go to the stump is okay. But when I saw the bowl, special. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. He's a very good bowler, Nathan Lyon. 500 wickets in Test cricket. So you must be doing something right if you've got 500 Test wickets. And he doesn't have much variation. Just the standard off break will do, and that's got his wickets. And, vary your pace and trajectory, get it above the eye line, get the batters coming down the wicket, get them out stump, beat them on the outside edge or the inside edge, and probably caught a back pad or something, or short leg. So definitely. Everyone needs a good spinner in their side. If you can bowl a bit of spin, that will go a long way. Did you try pace? Did you bowl pace? And you thought, not really for me.
First time I bowl pace. Yeah, but not pace at all. Like slow, come too slow, and I just think it's not my style, and I changed it.
Yeah, well, we've got other players in the team who can bowl pace, so I don't need a bowl pace. I can bowl off spin, or any type of spin, which is fantastic. So, in terms of your journey in cricket, you've seen a lot of things over the years change and develop over the amount of years you've played women's cricket in Thailand, and obviously in your playing career. And also associate cricket as well in the women's game has certainly changed over time, and we see more women's teams coming in. What are the changes you've noticed over the years that you've been playing in the game itself?
I think social media also, like before we saw a lot of the men. So now the girl, women, everything, especially league, the WPL, WBBL, Fabric, or other is a lot, opportunity for the women, and I think is inspiration for the women to play cricket more, right? Like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's definitely the case. More exposure and people, noticing Thailand and the women's team and seeing their rise and what they've done over the years, which is a fantastic story. Everyone keeps telling that story about how the women's team in Thailand have achieved bigger and better things. Now that you've retired, Sornnarin, from playing, which I think for you will be a bit difficult not to play with the girls in the national team, but obviously doing other roles, under 19s, head coach of the women's team and development officer in Cricket Thailand. So that's that side of cricket in terms of the retirement. What you do after cricket's already sorted. But when you look back on your career, for so long as you played, are you very proud of what you achieved in your career? Do you have any regrets, or do you think, it was a fantastic journey. I loved every minute.
Absolutely. I'm very proud of myself. So I start with the not knowledge about cricket. So I slowly, and with the team also, we grow up with each other, like improve a bit, and we have a goal together to achieve. Like when we went to the World Cup, we have a goal, big goal for the team. So we keep that, and we succeed in the first step. We successful. So I'm very proud of my journey. Nothing to think about it, and I just like missing them, missing the ground, missing the team, like that. But I know I can have a performance with my experience to do that with the girl Thai people, because of if we we have the coach from the outside, from the India or from the another country, they speak English, but Thai people, they not know English much. So I just speak Thai with the Thai girl, they understand me a lot. So we know we can improve more if they say the same language. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Obviously, Thailand is, well, English is everyone's second language. And often it's very hard. But Thai, obviously you understand Thai because you speak Thai every day. But there's different sorts of language as well in Thailand, different regions and all that can be difficult sometimes, but it generally means the same anyway. Everyone understands, but in a different way. Isn't that right?
The girl, they try hard to understand English, but it's difficult. So we slowly learning about the culture of cricket, the culture of what we want to go achieve. We need to go outside, not Thai. We want to go in the World Cup, speak about the English. So we try about that also.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. And when you're playing cricket, I suppose you understand because what you see on the cricket field, you understand what people are doing. And that can often help with coaching as well. You understand what people are doing by actions rather than speaking, if English is a very difficult language to understand. So cricket is a universal language in itself, really. You understand certain things about the game. Well, yeah, no, that's very true. And I think many people from different associate countries, not just Thailand, but other people in other countries who don't speak English as their first language can often be difficult. But yeah, that is the case in many countries. Your family, obviously, have been your biggest supporters. Do they play cricket themselves? Do they get involved playing the game?
Actually, they don't know. They don't know about cricket much. They just know I play cricket. I'm working an association of Thailand cricket in Thailand. So they just support me to do what I need to do what I want to do. Yeah. And keep like asking how we going, how the sport going. Yeah. Same like that.
Yes, definitely. My mother is from Thailand, for those who don't know, and she doesn't know cricket either. So I think we can relate to each other there. So we can relate to each other there. But it's always good to have that family support as well. And Kopun Kap for sharing your cricket journey with us, Sornnarin. Very appreciate that. And it's been a wonderful journey that you are still on, actually, because you're still involved in cricket, even though you're not playing anymore for the national team. But you're still involved in cricket very much in Thailand, and you want the game to be in a good place. Kopun Kap, once again, for sharing that with us, Sornnarin, on your cricket journey. Now, Sornnarin, I thought to start this interview on Thailand cricket, let's talk about the history of cricket in Thailand. You can learn a lot about cricket from its history, and the history of cricket in Thailand is quite interesting. So Sornnarin, give us a brief overview on the history of cricket in Thailand, how it became to be, if you can share that with us.
Okay, so cricket in Thailand, like the Cricket Association of Thailand was started in 2005, but the first team, national team, was started in 1990, the first team. So while the Thai women national team was started in 2007 with me. And we have around 18 provinces in participating regularly, and the under 15, under 19, and senior level in both male and female. Yeah.
So everyone has a different upbringing in the game. Every country has a different sort of history where it all started, which is what makes cricket unique, I suppose. Often in many other countries, the history of the sport is often brought in by the English, who often would colonize countries. But for those who know their history and for those who don't, Thailand was never colonized by anyone in Asia. It's the only Asian country never to be touched by anyone else, really. So they didn't have that influence by the British or anything like that, bringing in cricket into the country. So that's what makes Thailand unique, I suppose, in the cricket world, is that they weren't settled by anyone. Because obviously, if you understand Thai history, which I do a little bit, you understand that the Thais are very patriotic about Thailand, of course, or back then Siam, as it was known, and now called Thailand. So it didn't have that influence, but just started from there. Did anyone particularly from the outside of Thailand came in and started cricket, or was it just the Thai people that started?
The first time for the men's, the outside player, like they come, the Englishman, Indian man, they come to like working, and they play cricket. Yeah, but the women, we start with the Thai or the Thai girl. Yeah, we start with that, and we don't have the other girl from the outside. Yeah, we're quite strong with the Thai people.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely, absolutely. It's often the case, isn't it, where other people from other countries come to live in a certain country and then start cricket. And many Farangs in Thailand would often do that. Yeah.
And Indian also, a lot of Indian.
Yeah. For those who didn't understand, for those who didn't understand what I just said, and Sornnarin understood clearly, is that a Farang is a foreigner, non-Thai person.
Non-Thai person.
Yeah. So, that they would often go and live in those countries and then play cricket, and that's often the case with other people around the world in associate cricket. They often do that, where people from the outside come in and bring cricket in. So Sabri Krap, once again, Sornnarin, for sharing the history of cricket in Thailand, and people understanding how the sport became a thing in Thailand, really, and continues to make inroads in the Thai culture. So once again, Kopan Cup for sharing that with us, Sornnarin. Sornnarin, I thought we talk about the Thailand national cricket teams, women's and men's. It'd be good to gain your insights on the two teams and learn more about their achievements, the players' stories, because many of the players come from diverse backgrounds. So Sornnarin, for those who may not know a lot about the Thailand women's and men's teams, can you tell us more about them, the players, and some of their stories?
So the Thai women national cricket team, we start in 2007 and participate the T20 World Cup in Australia in 2020, and they are now ranked 13 in the world in T20 and 9 in the world in ODI by the ICC. Our men also currently 55 at the moment, and we are also slowly progressing in the ranking as well. It is a bit tough for our men's team because the Asian region is very strong for them. Yeah
definitely, it's definitely tough competition in the Asia Pacific region in associate cricket in that part of the world, but the women's team have made tremendous progress over the last few years. Obviously T20 World Cup in 2020, and obviously for the women looking to qualify for more tournaments, of course. Obviously the last women's T20 World Cup, which was last year, they didn't qualify for that. So hopefully for the next one in another couple of years, they can be back at the T20 World Cup again for the women's game. So the men's team, talk us through about the men's national team and what they've been doing of late and their journey.
So now they have a lot of tournament we provide from the ACC and ICC. I think they continue improve. I think if they have a lot of game to play and to see other country doing, they will improve more. And also they have a lot of Thai people, Thai boys to playing. They have the passion to play cricket and get. I saw them the last couple weeks. They play in the league in Thailand. They're strong. They get better. Yeah. I hope in the future they will get the good ranking and good place. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And they're sort of following behind the women's team. Obviously, the women's team having that rise, and then the men are slowly coming up
Yeah.
as well. But both teams are making good progress, and the women's team playing women's ODIs, which is very hard
Yeah.
to get that status. And obviously playing T20 cricket. Obviously, they played a lot. The men are playing T20 cricket only at the moment. They haven't got ODI status. But in terms of from your side, obviously being the under-19s coach and of the women's team and seeing the young girls, the next generation of female cricketers in Thailand go into the senior side, just talk us through about that development. How's that going in terms of them making the next step up to play for the women's team?
That I tell you, we have about 18 province. So we start from that girl from the grassroots and the girl from the school. So we pick up the girl to practice. Like we have the camp to do that. We have Thai coach. So also we have the outside coach also. And we do the job. We practice. We do everything what we can do. So now we have the team under 19 team with the girl, also the boy under 15, under 19. Yeah, I think it's about the coaching. I think the coaches had must to have the education for to teach the younger, and they will get slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously under-19 World Cup for the women's is currently in Malaysia, which is happening at the moment. And obviously Thailand in both men's and women's haven't qualified for an under-19 World Cup as yet. So obviously being the coach of the under-19 women's team, obviously working towards that to qualify, give them that exposure at a major tournament. So what's been going on in terms of trying to achieve that and the work that you've put in and the team in order to make sure that the under-19 teams on both sides, women's and men's, try and get into those tournaments to get that exposure?
Yes. You know, in Thailand, it's about difficult for knowledge about the player also. We have like the coach, but we don't have like the information much. So we try to information about the cricket and get the girl, get the boy, lots of girl and boy, and improve step by step. So we will continue doing that. In the last time we went to the UAE for I am the head coach for the girl. So we went to the qualify in the IU under 19. So we lost. I think we lost UAE and Nepal. Nepal went to the World Cup, but in Nepal side is quite strong. I asked with the head coach of Nepal. They said they have a lot of girls. They have a lot of team. Yeah, and they can choose the girl who perform and keep the play. So we need to do that in Thai. We need to do a lot of league in Thailand also. But we try to do that slowly we do that.
Yeah, it'll take time. Take time to build that up, which is understandable, given these things take time and it's a process. So hopefully that can build up steadily as the years go on, and hopefully both under 19 teams can qualify for under 19 World Cup for both men's and women's, to get them at exposure and help them in their journey as they get into the national teams for both women's and men's. So in terms of the team culture, which is very important in any cricket team, Sornnarin, very important to have everyone playing well and building that camaraderie and team spirit. So first of all, for the women's team, when you were playing in your time as captain in that, what was the team culture like in terms of getting everyone together and making sure that we're so close together that we will perform well on the cricket field? So what was the culture like in the women's team?
So we just like a family, we come from their family, they come from their family, but when we play cricket, we have another family. The association also give the home for us, like one home for the cricketer. So we stay together, we eat, we watch TV, we do something special. So we know each other very well, and we keep the goal. Like we know what we want achieved, and everybody, I'm like a mother for them. So I will tell them, I will teach them what they want to do, and they also teach me what they need, what we want. Like we know each other very well, and we keep the thing can happen. Yeah, I think it's important because everybody don't know what we do, but we know we gonna do. Yeah
Definitely. And that's sort of a big thing in Thai culture, family. As I would know with my mother being from Thailand, very close to her family, they're all close together. It's just part of the lifestyle and culture in Thailand. Everyone's a family, and you do things together, and it helps unite you and makes you stronger. So that's very good to hear. That's the case with the women's team. That's why they've done so well. And that's why they're really doing great stuff. Can you tell us a bit about some of the players from the women's team, and then we'll move on to the men's. But for the women's team, first of all, can you tell us some of the players and some of their backgrounds and stories, and who's making good impressions and got the talent to succeed at the top level? So just tell us a few about your former teammates now, but when you were playing your teammates, and some of them and their stories.
So I will exam Nataya Bushatham. She also the first team with me, like a start with me when we start. So now she continue playing cricket. Now I think she 38 years, years old, and she's still playing. She have a lot of passion. She want to succeed, and she also come from the outside of near my hometown. Near my hometown, it's far away, and she just come and practice, and I think she's successful for her life, but she still play. We need to get the player to have experience to be the part of the team. They know what they should know and teach the girl in the team. We have a lot of combine between the old one and the new one. We have 15 years old girl in the team now. So we have the oldest girl, 38 and 15. They must to talk together and share what they need, and we need to improve more. To get connecting. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. No, absolutely. And teach them important life skills as well at that age. when you're 15 or 16 and you're discovering who you are in the world and embarking on your cricket journey. So that's understandable to be a role model to do that. And she's certainly doing that now, and you would like that sort of figure as well when you were in the team, a bit older than anyone else, and being like their mother and teaching them important things and what to do and what not to do and all that stuff as a family, as we go back to that family connection as we discussed before, which is often the case in Thailand with the culture and how everyone operates. So in terms of the men's side, any players we should be on the lookout for who are making, good progress in terms of their cricket and very talented and skilled? So anyone on the men's side?
I will say Nopon Senamondri. He is the best off spin, left arm off spin in the boys, in the men of Thailand. He always take a wicket, and also I saw him the first time. It's very thin, small boys, but now he growing up and get better, stronger, and I think there is the role model for the young boy also. He keep everything nice and good touching for the boys. Yeah, he is the role model for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. So that's good to hear. We'll keep an eye out for him, as well as both women's and men's teams as well going into the years to come. So in terms of expectations and where you want both teams to be at, and achieving goals and tournaments and all that stuff, and both teams have improved their rankings in T20s over the years, and they're doing well in that. So in terms of expectations, Sornnarin, about both teams, what are the goals that you have in the future in terms of tournaments and series and for both teams to tick off the list, or do you just let them play and then work that out later?
So the women now, we have qualified to the T20 World Cup in, I think, in March to April. Oh no, ODI, qualified ODI on March to April. So we quite like we need to go, like ODI status is come with us, but we want to go to the World Cup also. So we practice to that, pick to that, and we have qualified T20 World Cup also in this year. And other important is SEA Games. SEA Games? SEA Games, yes, it's Southeast Asia. SEA Games, we have cricket. So the last time in SEA Games, we got 3 medals. So I think it's the most important, not the most important, it's the important event for us also, to get the Thai people to know cricket is get the medal for the country. Yeah. Yep.
Definitely, yes, absolutely. And that's what you want to try to achieve for both teams is to be in tournaments and qualifiers and hopefully win series as well along the way to improve and get better, and hopefully that's the case. So in terms of the year ahead, so 2025, what's on the calendar and the schedule for the women's and men's, if you can share that with us?
Like I said, T20 qualify T20 World Cup, qualify ODI World Cup for the girl, and SEA Games for the boy and the girl also. SEA Games, and we have like qualify region, the men's. So we have the match, a lot of match in the year, and also series. Now the Thai people, the Thai girl, the women team, they practice in Pune, and they will go into the Nepal for the dry series against Netherlands and Thailand for the series. So I think it's a great opportunity for them to play against the situation and against the next country, anything. Yeah, good.
Yeah, definitely. More cricket, the better,
Yep.
which is fantastic for both the women's and the men's teams. But I think everyone saw Sornnarin. Sorry. Kortot, everyone. Kortot. Apologize. Sornnarin. That's it. I think everyone would agree that I think both teams will do very well going into the years to come, and we wish everyone all the best and chokdi, which is good luck in Thai to both teams, women's and men's, and hopefully Buddha is guiding them in a very enlightened way. Yes.
Sadhu.
Yes.
You can say sadhu. It means like agree, keep agree with what you said, sadhu.
Yes, I think Buddha would be making sure that he's putting his wisdom on the team, both women's and men's, going forward. So I think that will be the case, Sornnarin, in that for the women's and men's team to really improve and get better and hopefully qualify for tournaments, and hopefully we see Thailand in a men's or women's ODI or T20 World Cup in the future. The under-19 teams as well. Hopefully we see them in under-19 World Cups. But, all the teams are doing great. And Kopun Cup for sharing the background on the players and the teams and how both teams are going at the moment for Thailand. And it's really encouraging to hear that both the women's and men's teams are really doing well and getting better every year. And beware of Thailand, everyone. Beware of Thailand. We'll be there. I'll be waving my Thai flag, and my mother will be cheering proudly, of course, being from Thailand, waving our flags and cheering on the teams. And hopefully they do well in the years to come. So we wish you all the best, Sornnarin, and everyone in Thailand cricket behind the scenes working hard to ensure that both the women's and men's teams are really producing and the players are getting better and progress every year. So Kopun Kap once again. Thank you.
Kopun Kap.
Thank you for that. Sornnarin, let's talk about the growth and development of cricket within Thailand in terms of getting cricket into local communities, clubs, schools, grassroots, etc. Because Sornnarin, this is one of the challenges that many associate countries face in terms of how they introduce cricket and promote it. That's easier said than done. And that's more of a challenge in Thailand because it's such a big country and there's a lot of poorer areas in Thailand and people who live in remote villages, and it's very hard for them to access anything in life, but let alone sport or let alone cricket. So big challenges there. So how does the Cricket Association of Thailand try and introduce cricket into the community? Grassroots cricket, establishing local clubs in local communities, in the provinces. As you mentioned before, there's quite a lot of provinces in Thailand to cover. It's such a big country. Competitions, pathways, systems, underage comps for those younger players to progress through the levels. Having facilities, like nets, grounds, which are very sparse in associate countries, but more so in Thailand. And for people to access in their local areas, because often you don't have any nets or grounds to train on or practice on. So you have to travel far into Bangkok, which have those facilities there, which can often be a bit of a struggle for people. And making cricket accessible, getting exposure out, as we talked about social media. People, you need to see it to believe it, as they say. So if people see it, they believe it, and they want to go and play cricket. And then getting cricket into schools, in programs, and getting children involved into sport, but also cricket. So, Sornnarin, what challenges does the Cricket Association of Thailand have in trying to grow and develop cricket in the Thai community? And do you see cricket becoming a mainstream sport in Thailand? Your thoughts on that? I know that's a long answer, but if you can give your thoughts on that, that'll be much appreciated.
So we have to educate and develop better Thai cricket coaches, in the order to help introduce and sustain cricket. Thai coaches are essential in laying of foundation of the sport in the grassroots and province. A good domestic foundation will help cricket gain better visibility in the country, and I am sure it will also improve cricket popularity in Thailand. In the near future, cricket will surely gain a good fan base. With we will have the fan base, absolutely. Domestic events that are arranged the Cricket Association of Thailand and the Sport Authority of Thailand also. At an international level, we also have SEA Games, Asian Games, and the Olympic to look forward to, along with the various ICC and ACC pathway tournament. Yep.
Definitely, that will definitely help grow and develop the sport in Thailand. As we've already touched on, it's such a big country, Thailand. Obviously, my Thai history and geography is a bit lacking, I should say. That's the right word. But my mother knows more than I do, obviously, because she's from Thailand, as I mentioned many times in this episode. But it's such a big country. It has a lot of provinces, a lot of states, a lot of them in remote areas in the north, in particular in those villages where, there's basically nothing there, really. It's just countryside and jungle. So, which I've experienced seeing my mother's own village and where she grew up. It's very quite remote. So is there a method in place to access those areas that are quite remote from Bangkok and major cities, where you'll get a lot of people playing cricket, but people who want to play cricket in the other remote areas, is there some program to get them, to take them to Bangkok and play cricket for a bit? So just tell us about that.
So we have the school to have like a cricket in the school, and we have the the sport authority. They gave the tournament for the girl, the boys, the youngs also, and we saw them play, and we select them and come to the camp. We have the camp for the under 19 camp, under 15 camp, in the province, not in the Bangkok, another province is the center of that province, that area, and we keep them come together and give them to study also. They have to study and practice on the evening. So now we have a base of the boys and the girls to come and join the team.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic to hear that you're accessing those remote areas and taking cricket to them rather than taking them from their homes to Bangkok or other major cities in Thailand to play cricket. So that's fantastic to hear. And I'm sure you've been a part of many programs doing that yourself, obviously going and seeing the kids do that. Do they love cricket when they first discover it? Did they love it? Do they have a smile on their face? They want to do more? They want to play more?
I saw a lot. Some people, they love to see cricket. They love to play cricket. But some girls, some people, they it's too hot. What I'm doing here? Two different people. But I think if they know how fun cricket have, they will love it. We just keep how happiness, how fun, like that. Not pressure them a lot. They will come and join us. Absolutely. Yeah.
And after all, they do say Thailand is the country of many smiles. So everyone's smiling in Thailand. And it's quite a very happy country. which is fantastic to hear about that. In terms of domestic cricket here in Thailand, just explain to us about the domestic system and the many clubs that are a part of that. So just talk us through about the domestic system that you have in place in Thailand.
So domestic, we have like 18 province is playing cricket, male and female, boy and girl, yeah. And we have the a tournament, like a Cricket Association of Thailand. They provide the tournament for the under 15, under 19, and the sport authority also, they provide for the country to know they play the cricket and give the medal for them. It's a big deal for them. If they're the young boy, that young girl, and they want to go to the university, if they have the gold medal certificate to win the tournament, they will give a pathway, the good way to go to the university. So this thing will be good for them to get the university and get the good way to go up. Yeah, I think that is very good. If the outside of cricket, the association or the sport authority give the opportunity for them to do that. Yeah
Definitely, absolutely. That's very good to hear. Gives them something to look forward to, as well as balancing other things in life, which can be a bit chaotic. Yeah. So how many teams are there in domestic cricket in Thailand?
18 province separate Thai, that separate women and men. I think 36 team. 30.
So that's quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it's good number for us, and we continue more more province, keep the coaches go and building the team to come and participate the games. Yeah,
Definitely, absolutely. That's good to hear. There's good numbers there with women and men domestic teams in Thailand, which is fantastic. In terms of grounds, that's often a big thing. Grounds, cricket pitches, turf wickets, that's often a challenge in many countries. And it's probably the same in Thailand as well, in terms of limited resources. So just talk us through about international grounds that the national teams play on. Just talk us through about where they're situated or located within Thailand.
So we have only one ground for us. The association have to give the ground for the player. They have own ground. We have own ground. The name Third Thai Cricket Ground. So we have a good pitch. We preparing because we have a lot of game, league game, Thailand qualify. We prepare the pitch for practice also. Is one ground is not enough, but we have also a AAT ground is in Bangkok. We can use that, but not our ground, is university ground, but we can use that ground, but almost we use Third Thai ground. And also we have in the north of Thailand, Chiang Mai, we also have ground on that place. So in the Chiang Mai, we have camp, so they will go and practice with that ground. Yeah, almost we have 3 to 4 ground. We can use that.
Yeah, that's good to hear that you do have some sort of facilities. Obviously not a lot, but it's a start, and hopefully more will pop up around the country. Hopefully, Chiang Mai is quite a very long way from anywhere else in Thailand. It's quite very, very up north of the country, very remote, but a wonderful place. I haven't been there myself, but a lot of people say it's a good place to visit when you're in Thailand. A bit of a plug there for tourism, for cricket, for Thailand, of course. That's very true. in terms of having those facilities on offer. Do those grounds? I presume they don't have lights, floodlights. They don't have any lights of any sort there, do they?
Yep. Open ground, no? We play just the day, not the night. So we need to practice in the morning to the evening, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, which is understandable. So hopefully that will be the case where you can have some lights and play night cricket as well as day cricket. So it will be a lot cooler. Obviously, with the weather and the climate in Thailand, you've only got 2 seasons really. You've got the wet season and you've got the hot season, which is the case.
We got
most of the
hot season and very hot season.
Yes, very long, very long.
Very ร้อนมากร้อนกับ
Yes.
ร้อน
Yes, very hot, very hot. So yeah, that can often be a bit uncomfortable playing cricket, but you know, it's the same here in Australia as well, you know, very hot as well in the summer. So it's a summer sport after all, cricket. And you just have to try and make do with the conditions. But in terms of support from the outside of Thailand, Sornnarin, in terms of the support from the ICC and other people, you know, in terms of ICC Asia, you know, the regional body for the ICC, tell us about that relationship you have with them in terms of them helping, providing coaching, qualifications, umpiring, all that stuff, courses and scoring and development. Have they been good to work with? Have they been very helpful and accommodating to you there in Thailand?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a lot of course from the ICC, like a coach level 1, level 2, umpiring, anything. So they give a lot of opportunity for us to learn the cricket and to like the tournament also they give. So but I think I can say we need more. We need more like because you know Thai people, we not popular, but we need to get them know. We need to go outside and like play with another country. So we need something to help us to go another country for the boy, for the girl, for both team.
Yeah.
But I will say they always helping us, but we need more. Thank you.
Yes, no, that's very true. That's very true. Obviously, ICC can do more, and I've heard that from other people in this series speaking to associate countries. It's not only Thailand, but other countries want more support and help as well, which is fair enough. And it's good to hear that they have provided some support and some help, which is fantastic over there in Thailand, helping the game grow and develop and prosper. So in terms of numbers, in terms of participation numbers, what have they been looking like in terms of people participating in cricket around Thailand? What are the numbers like for women and men, if you can provide us with those details?
The numbers, I will say we need more numbers for the people, for the player to play. But I cannot say how many we want, but I need more. And we need more coaches. So this is important for us. Yeah. If we have more coaches, we can have the player, a lot of player, a lot of province, a lot of team to come and join us. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's often the case, isn't it? Where you need more people helping out, and especially coaches who are from Thailand, who do the course and qualify and get their qualifications, and rather than people from outside of Thailand who don't speak Thai as a language and often have to speak in English because as we discussed earlier, that's often hard for Thai people to understand English because it's not their first language. It's Thai, obviously. So yeah, that's fair enough and understandable. But it's really encouraging to see that the game is growing and developing in Thailand, and people are more interested in the sport and wanting to play and wanting to be curious about it and hopefully, play for the country one day, as so many of players have, including yourself and others have, which is fantastic to hear. So really good signs there from what you've told us, Sornnarin, about that, which is fantastic. It's really good to hear those good numbers there, and the game is growing and developing in some way, and hope it can continue. So once again, Kopum Kap, Sornnarin, for sharing that with us today about the growth and development of cricket in Thailand, and really good stuff happening there in Thailand in terms of getting people across the game of cricket, which is fantastic. Sornnarin, this is our last topic of today's interview. I've enjoyed it immensely. It's been fantastic speaking to you about your journey and about Thailand cricket, and obviously telling the world about my Thai heritage, and also speaking a little bit of Thai as well. So I did say early on, "Ko tort," which means sorry, if it sounded a bit broken. But my mother has been trying for years, and she's made some progress with me and my sister growing up over the years. But when you have a Thai mother and she speaks Thai to anyone else, you sort of pick up a few things. You sort of learn a few words along the way. But that's just what you do, I suppose. So for our last topic, Sornnarin, let's talk about what the future holds for cricket in Thailand. It's very hard to predict the future, as we know. But Sornnarin, how do you see Thailand cricket and associate cricket going into the future? So if we looked in 10 or 20 years' time, where do you see both Thailand cricket and associate cricket going into the future? So your thoughts on that to end our interview today.
Yeah. So I want to see the number of the province, to team in Thailand to play cricket, and popularly like everyone, not everyone, but almost they know about the cricket, in Thailand. So I think we will improve like a team. Also we will improve if we have the team and we have the coaches important, and like we will going up and we keep better. So we have a lot of game to play, so everybody can know Thai can play cricket and successful what they successful. And I think we will in the future we will growing.
Definitely. Yes, that's absolutely true. Hopefully that is the case, and hopefully that is the case in terms of the game growing and developing in Thailand, and hoping that the game can be bigger and better, and cricket really doing well in Thailand in terms of its reach and popularity compared to other sports in Thailand, and get the message across that cricket's a great game to play, so come and play it. And you can play cricket in Thailand. So that's fantastic. Thank you, Sornnarin Kopungkap, once again for sharing the future of cricket in Thailand, looking into the crystal ball and predicting what the future holds for cricket in Thailand. And let's hope that the future is bright, and let's hope cricket continues to be a main sport in Thailand for the years to come. So once again, Kopungkap for sharing that with us, Sornnarin. Sornnarin, thank you, Kopungkap, for joining me today for this Associate Cricket Series episode to discuss all things Thailand cricket. I've enjoyed it immensely, Sornnarin. I've learned so much about your own journey, about cricket in Thailand, and obviously connecting with my Thai heritage and roots. It's been fantastic. Really, probably one of my favorite episodes I've done on the podcast in 4 years of doing it. So once again, Koppenkap, thank you for joining me today, Sornnarin. So Sornnarin, if people want to get in touch with you, where can they do that in terms of contacting you about cricket in Thailand and how to get involved in that? Where can people reach out to you?
So you can searching. We have the fan page in Facebook, Cricket Association of Thailand. Or if you Thai people, you can search Cricket Thailand. You have to Thai and Instagram also the same, Cricket Association of Thailand. If you want to follow me, because I'm working in the Cricket Association of Thailand also, so you can search Tippoch. Yeah, you can see me. Yep.
Definitely. We'll leave links to those in the description of this episode for people to access and get in touch with you, Sornnarin, about cricket in Thailand. Also, before we go, in terms of our Thai listeners who may be listening, people in Thailand listening to this podcast, what will you tell them about cricket in terms of getting involved in cricket and playing cricket? So if you would like to share that in both English and Thai for our various listeners, that would be appreciated. So what sort of message would you give to people in Thailand that have seen cricket but are unsure about it? So what will you say to them who may be listening in Thailand in this episode? So if you'd like to share that in both English and Thai for our English listeners as well, that'll be much appreciated.
Okay. So I will say, come and join us. Thailand have cricket, and our Thai people, our cricket in Thailand, we want you to join us. Just come and play. Yeah, have enjoy it. สำหรับคนที่ไม่รู้จักคริกเก็ตหรือรู้จักคริกเก็ตแล้วอยากมาเล่นคริกเก็ตในประเทศไทยนะคะก็เรียนเชิญค่ะมาสนุกด้วยกันมาเรียนรู้เหมือนกับมาคุยมาพูดคุยมาสนุกมาเอนจอยด้วยกันอยากให้ทุกคนเข้ามาแล้วก็แบบมาสัมผัสว่าเด็กไทยของเราเก่งขึ้นอาจจะยังไม่รู้ว่าเก่งหรือไม่เก่งเนาะเก่งนะคะแล้วก็เรียนรู้แบบอยากประสบความสำเร็จเหมือนกันในกีฬาชนิดนี้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะคือเราอาจจะรู้จักกีฬาคริกเก็ตในต่างประเทศเยอะแต่ว่าคนไทยก็เล่นคริกเก็ตค่ะโดยเฉพาะเด็กไทยเพราะฉะนั้นมาเล่นด้วยกันค่ะมาสนุกด้วยกันมาซัพพอร์ตเฉยๆก็ได้นะคะมีอะไรมาซัพพอร์ตมาเชียร์แค่นั้นก็ดีมากแล้วก็ในปลายปีนี้นะคะมี4เกมเพราะฉะนั้นใน4เกมเราแข่งที่สนามที่ไทยเพราะฉะนั้นอยากให้ทุกคนมาซัพพอร์ตมาเชียร์เด็กไทยเล่นด้วยกันค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ In Thai is a bit long.
Thank you, Sornnarin Koppenkap, for that message there to get people involved in cricket in Thailand. So Koppenkap, thank you for that. And I'm sure our Thai listeners who may be listening, give cricket a go, give it a try, and you'll like it. You will have fun. It's like any other sport, but you will be hooked on cricket for life, that's for sure, as both me and Sornnarin have experienced in our cricket journeys over the years. So thank you for that, for sharing that with us. Before we go, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. So the podcast is available on Anchor, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. Once again, Koppenkap, thank you, Sornnarin, for joining me today to discuss all things Thailand cricket. I hope all of you watching or listening to this Associate Cricket Series episode learned a lot about cricket in Thailand from Sornnarin. Until next time, keep safe and log on for now.
Bye bye.